Hello and welcome back. In this session, we are going to write our first program in Dev C++. So I hope you have seen my last video in which we installed Dev C++ software onto our local computer. So here we are going to start with writing our first Dev C++ program. The first line usually starts with hash include, in which we include our header files. This is not mandatory that you always start your program with header file, but if you wish to perform some operation, then you will need this file. But if you wish to create just a blank program, you can just start by writing int main and this parenthesis bracket and start the body bracket and end the body bracket and just go into execute and click on compile and run. There are two things. First thing is compiling your program, the second thing is running your program. In compilation, it only converts into its binary code, and in run option that compiled program is run. So now first of all, because this is the first time, we are going to click on compile and run. It may ask for the location that where you want to save your file. I'm going to create a new folder with dev C++ name. I suggest you give a proper name to your source files folder, and I'm giving it the name first proc and save. Okay, now it will save this file with my given name and start it. So now you see that there is no output. Output always comes over this dashes line. After this dashes line, it only tells us that how much time this program took, and then it asks us to enter any key to remove this window. So now you see this is our blank program. The main function is a function that executes first when your program starts. This is the code that executes first then any other thing. But if you wish to display something, then you need to use cout hello. But to use this cout, you need to include a header file iostream, without which it will not work. Hash include iostream. We will need one more thing. Let me show you how it works. It's giving us the error. Okay, it says cout was not declared in this scope. Whenever you get this error, you need to do either of two things. Either you use this line using namespace std, define your program in standard namespace, and hit compile and run. You see now the hello is printed on our screen. Press any key to come back to your source code, or if you are not going to write this using namespace C++, you would need to write std : and hit compile and run. But there is a disadvantage of this std : you see there is no difference in your output, but the difference is if you are going to write 2 lines or more lines, you will always need to write this std : with your programs. Third line. Okay, you will always need to write std. If you wish to give 1000 printouts on this screen, you will need to write this 1000 times with your line of code. Okay, but you may ask that why this all has come into one line, so that we'll cover in our next session. So to remove this repeated std : we will just write using namespace std once, and it will work fine. Okay, the output is same and there is no error. Let me recap you this program for you once again. This is the header file that we include to use cout operation. Cout function, you can say in your uh, language that cout function resides in IOStream header file. So to use cout, you must include IOStream. If you're not going to include this IOStream file, this will give you error. Okay, cout was not declared in the scope. Now the compiler does not know what cout is. So you need to write this include header over here. This also known as preprocessor directives. So preprocessor directives always start with hash keyword, hash sign, and this is the inclusion of this library. On the next line, we are going to define our namespace, that where our program is going to reside. So we have stated that this program will reside in standard namespace. The third section is the most important section, the main function, which executes as the first thing in your program, and integer is its return type. Okay, you are not saying that we are not writing return 0. If you don't write return 0 over here, the program will consider it by default. There should not be any impact on your output. It should work fine. Okay, so this is the code that executes first whenever your program runs. Main method is the method that executes first and before any other thing executes in your program. And cout is used to provide any display. Cout is a command through which you can give display on your screen, and after the cout we use this two less than signs, and then we specify our string. If you wish to give these strings in one line, you can write it here. Now these both things will be printed on the same line. You can see the output. Okay, you see, first of all hello is printed, then second part of first line is printed, and then it comes to the second line, but there is no line break over here. To give the line break, you need to use the keyword and L over here, end line. Okay, now see the second line has gone down, second line. Okay, and for the third line there is another way of line break, that is /n. This is the second way. Now hit compile and run. Okay, the third line has again gone down. You can use these line breakers in between your string 2, for example second part, and if you give the /n over here, then you will see that off first line this section will go down. Wherever your this /n come in your string, the next part will go down. Okay, this is the output that you were expecting. Hello, second part started from here, then /n appeared, and now of the first line went down on the second line, then and L again provided a line break over here, then second line /n also put third line on the next line. So this was a demonstration of our simple program. If you have any question or query, you can ask or discuss in our discussion forums or comment section. Thank you for being with me.